Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Paulina and here on my channel it is all about fragrances. In today's video I'm going to be talking about two perfumes that are dedicated to daffodil. It was quite a quest to find a daffodil. I couldn't find it in a shop because it is either sold out already or these flowers don't even exist in flower shops, so I had to pick them up from a field. I was running yesterday to pick them up. I feel a little bit ashamed, but anyway, I wanted to have daffodils in my video to talk about two perfumes. The first fragrance I would like to talk about is called Ostara by the English traditional and niche house Penhaligons. What is Ostara? Ostara is an old German name of an old German goddess, goddess of spring, goddess of dawn, goddess of flowers and blooming. April and Easter, Ostara, this is all names that are dedicated to this old German mythological goddess. So Ostara, Easter, this is fragrance dedicated to daffodil. This fragrance was created in 2015 by maître parfumeur Bertrand Duchaffour. The notes listed in these perfumes are very rich. Usually, old school fragrances are known for the richness of the fragrant pyramid, but here the notes that are listed here are amazing. There are so many notes listed here. But this fragrance is dedicated to narcissus, to daffodil, and this is the main note that is listed here. I had the chance to try this fragrance on my skin, and I could build up my own opinion about this one. This fragrance is quite difficult to find, and it is quite an expensive one. But recently I found online something around 77 euros. I probably won't buy it, but if you're interested, it is quite an interesting fragrance. It is a special one. There are not many fragrances that are dedicated to daffodils. So daffodil, everyone knows the smell of daffodil, intoxicating, indolic, on the edge of indolic, sweet. This is the symbol of coming spring and coming flowers and blooming. This is the symbol of spring, I would say, at least here in Europe. Having this fragrance on my skin is just the same as smelling the flower. It is so authentical. It is so similar to the original scent of daffodils. It is as though you would squeeze the flower of daffodil in the bottle. This fragrance is very sweet, but this is not a jammy sweetness that is here. It is a indolic flower floral sweetness, quite sensual, quite intoxicating, but it's not overwhelming, it's not over the top. It's just the right blend and mixture of the sensual woody notes, creaminess of vanilla and musk and benzoin, and the intoxicating sweetness of daffodil and other florals that are listed here. There's also quite green aspect to this fragrance because of some green notes that are listed here. The longevity of Ostara is quite nice. I can smell it for hours on my skin, so I wasn't disappointed by the longevity. I couldn't really detect much projection or sillage, but I think this is because of the tester from the bottle is a different experience when you put fragrance from the bottle. So I was very much surprised by this fragrance. It is quite a rare one, and there are not many fragrances that are dedicated to daffodil, so if you have the chance to try it on, please do so. Share with me your opinion about this one, Ostara by Penhaligons. Another fragrance that I would like to talk about is called Narcisse Noir by French traditional house Caron. I have a small bottle, I decant from this fragrance because this fragrance is also very difficult to find and it is a quite expensive one. I wanted to try it on. I was captured by the legends that surround this fragrance. It is a historical, a legendary fragrance, and you will understand why. Originally, this fragrance was created in 1911 by the creator and parfumer of the house Caron, Ernest Daltov. And this fragrance back in the day was like a bombshell in the world of perfumery. It was so special and so capturing that it found its way even in literature and in the movies. In 1939, an English author, Rumer Godden, wrote a book which is called Black Narcissus. I read this book and I recommend to you to read it as well because it is very interesting. For me, the connection between music, literature, and movies that are around perfumes, it is for me so capturing. I just can't resist. I think it is so interesting to know about the history and about how people's minds were captured by the scents back in the day. So, Black Narcissus, there's a book written about this perfume. So I will tell you a little bit about this book. It's an Anglican English convent in India, in Himalaya, and they tried to relocate and to establish their convent in the former palace of an Indian Raja. This palace that belongs to Indian Raja was used as a palace of concubines back in the day. So they have this erotical, sexy pictures on the walls, and the nuns tried to establish the school and hospital and the convent, and there are some tensions and some sexual attractions, and it is a drama, very interesting. So and there was an Indian Raja, Indian guy who was very interested in European culture, and he smelled this perfume. And this perfume is described in this book. Please read it, it is so capturing. Then, in 1947, English director Michael Powell made a movie about this book. The movie is also called Black Narcissus, and I think BBC recently released another series, a movie also dedicated to this book and the perfume Black Narcissus. Another legend, but it is only a legend, about the movie, a Hollywood movie from 1950, Sunset Boulevard. This movie is about an aging actress from the silent movies that lives in her fantasy world and denies the fact that her time is basically gone, and there's an intrigue going on and sexual tensions, and it is film noir. So if you have the chance, if you like old movies, please watch it. It is quite interesting. And the legend says that in this movie, this fragrance is also mentioned. I watched this movie. There's no mention of this particular fragrance, but there's a legend that the actress who played the aging, actress who played actress, Norma Desmond was the name of the of this aging actress. There's a legend that the actual person used to use the perfume on the set. And there are also other legends that this fragrance was mentioned in all the movies. So you can imagine that people's minds were just captured by the scent. It was it was in their fantasy. It was something very special, extraordinary. So, and I wanted to have my own opinion about this fragrance. This fragrance that I have in my hands, this is the reformulated version from 2018 that was created by Jean-Jacques, maître parfumeur of the renewed house of Caron. He tried to re-establish the perfumes of traditional house of Caron. So the original version, which I don't have the chance to try it. It was created in 1911, and the notes listed here are narcissus, daffodil in the top notes, and orange blossom in the middle, jasmine, orange and rose water, and in the base sandalwood, vetiver and musk. The new version is slightly different in the top notes. Orange blossom, neroli, in the middle jasmine and rose, and in the base musk and sandalwood. So it is slightly different. So actually the new version doesn't even contain daffodil note, although it's called black narcissus. For me, for my nose, this is an ultra-orthodox scent, ultra-retro, old school. I can't, my nose just doesn't agree wearing something like that, but nonetheless, it is a legendary fragrance, and I can understand why it was so intoxicating back in the day. The scent is overwhelming, it is intoxicating, it is sweetness on the edge of suffocating for my nose. Please, if you like this fragrance, please don't be offended. This is just my opinion about how I experience the scent. For me, it is an overwhelming sweetness, intoxicating. It has a touch of animalic scent. So first, in the opening, when I spray it on my skin, what I smell is orange blossom, neroli. It is overwhelming. This sweetness combined with a bitter touch. And then you can smell the animalic aspect of this fragrance. Animalistic, sexy, sensual, indolic. So this animalic touch is right on the edge of not being allowed, you know what I mean? It is a scent of a fallen angel. It has some evil touch in it, like something of a decadent feeling, something like this. My nose doesn't agree with this scent, and in the new version I don't really detect any daffodil smell, but after reading this book and after the movie and after all this legendary mythology that is surrounded around this fragrance, I can understand why it was so legendary and capturing. This fragrance is very long lasting. I can smell it, I can detect it from a distance on my hand. But as I said, if you like sweet, indolic, animalistic fragrances with a retro touch, old school touch, you're probably going to like this. I would recommend you to try it if you have the chance, and I would strongly recommend you to read the book Rumor Garden, Black Narcissus, to watch the movie, and to watch the movie Sunset Boulevard, although it's not really mentioned there, but it's still one of the, it is considered to be a classic of the Hollywood movies, and it is considered to be one of the best Hollywood movies ever made. So, as you can imagine, I was just captured by the history and all the mythology that are surrounded of this fragrance. So I hope this video was interesting for you. Please share with me your opinion about these fragrances. If you read the book, if you watched the movies, please let me know. I thank you for your attention and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye!